Hey everybody, welcome to another video. And today I'm gonna do a special kind of video for EDC. A term I made up is called the EDC report. EDC report is a report on how I used each item in my EDC in the last 30 days. I could go back further, but I'm just gonna do the last 30 days. All right, let's get started. First of all, I have the wristband, a leather wristband. I made this myself by cutting a used old belt. So this is a EDC wrist band that I cut up, put buttons on it, snap buttons, and I turned it into a wristband. Okay. I think it looks pretty cool, and also it kind of protects my bony wrists here. So, and I also wear a watch on the other side, so it kind of balances things out. Also, this has a dual purpose other than just for looks. I also use it as a strap to touch up my blades whenever I feel as though it's getting a little dull. So this is like an on-the-go strap for me. Moving on to the big lighter. The last 30 days I have used this to melt paracord ends. I've used this to light and melt straw ends when I stuff little pills or Vaseline into straws, sections of straws. I would use this to melt the ends to close it up. Also, I occasionally smoke, so I've used this to light cigarettes. The Victorinox, I could go on probably for hours talking about it. I have used almost every tool on this in the last 30 days, almost. I would say one of the most used functions is the can opener. I don't know how many times I have been looking for the can opener and couldn't find it, and I would have to resort to using this to open a can. I've been over at other people's homes where they have had the same similar situation, and I have taken this out to assist them in opening cans. So, one of the most used functions so far. Bottle opener, probably even more used than the can opener. I have been in many situations in the past 30 days. I have been to about 2 or 3 festivals. I forget. I think it was, 2 festivals in the last 30 days where they have sold bottled beer. And a couple of times the seller did not even open it for me, and I had to resort to using this to open the bottles. And I have opened this for other people. I've opened bottles for other people while I was there. So, and I've been to at least 2 cookouts at friends' homes and relatives' homes where they had beer that had to be opened with a beer bottle opener, and this came in handy. So, one of the most used functions. I have yet to use the screwdriver yet. All right. Moving on. Like I said, it has a Phillips screwdriver, but I haven't had any need to use the Phillips screwdriver. Magnifying glass in the last 30 days, I can't even tell you how many times I had to use this to read cooking directions on frozen dinners and other instructions on cooking food packages. You know, I'm sure you can use this also to light a fire with this solar sunbeam, but I haven't had to use it for that purposes. But I'm just going by what I've used it for in the last 30 days, and that was to read small print on food packages. All right, the pliers. pliers. I've used this to pull threads out of leather work. Also used it to pull thread out of cloth when I was doing some repairs. Also used this to hold paracord ends while I melt the ends. Also the straws. I've used this to bend out certain things like a metal clip and metal sheet metal, small pieces to use to fasten to my selfie stick so I could magnetize the camera clip. Moving along, the scissors. I've used this in the last 30 days to cut out some coupons. And I've used this to cut paracord. And I have used this to cut some labels off of brand new clothing. You know, you yank those plastic strings that hold the labels and stuff, and sometimes you wind up damaging the clothes. So it's best to just cut it instead of trying to snap it off, you know. But yes, I've used this to cut cloth so I can make some char cloth. All right. The file, actually, I've used it just playing around to sand down some popsicle sticks. I was playing around and carving a little spoon. The little knife, the 1-inch knife, well, it's probably a little bit over 1 inch, but this is the blade I probably use the most to open packages with. Anything that I had to do carvings or open packages, I usually, for some reason, go to the smaller blade. It's easier to control. Also, I don't feel as bad ruining the edge on this as opposed to ruining the edge on the bigger knife, where I feel like I can probably save the edge on this to use on more important tasks or bigger tasks. Okay, I have used the wine opener in the last 30 days to open one wine bottle. Surprisingly, one of the most used functions was the pen. At the last festival I was at, somebody asked me if I had a pen. I lent it to them. They filled out some raffle tickets with it. And I have used this to take a couple of notes here and there. And signed a signature in the last 30 days. Toothpick, I rarely use. In fact, I haven't really used it to pick my teeth with. I probably should resort to using it more often because I do get food stuck in my teeth a lot. But for some reason, I kind of stay away from using this because I feel like it's kind of unsanitary. Not because it's unsanitary to me, but I don't want to use something in my mouth and then put it back in here. Okay, and then, you know, it just doesn't seem very sanitary. I have not used the tweezers yet. I have used this little pry tool here to wedge in some, to fix the Altoid box. The hinges were coming loose and I had to bend the hinges back to fix it. I've used the hook to close a can back up. all, I used it to punch holes into a jar of a candle that had a lid, and it wouldn't unscrew. So I poked a hole in it. It let some air into the jar and allowed me to unscrew the cap. All right, moving on to the next item. Why do I carry a pocket knife when I have a Swiss Army knife multi-tool? Well, the reason is quick access. Whereas if I need something to cut, something simple, or somebody comes to me and say, hey, can you cut this real quick? I don't have to pull this out, use two hands, look for the blade, and pull it out. All I have to do is just pull this out of my side pocket. It's pocket clip. I just pull it out real fast, cut, and go. So whenever I need quick access to a blade, that's the reason why I carry a standalone pocket knife that flips out. Now, also, it is a dedicated knife blade, so I feel like it locks, so I can use this for a little bit more harder tasks, more heavier duty tasks. I have literally used this in the last 30 days at the festival where they have bamboo stuffed with sticky rice, and in order to eat it, you had to split open the bamboo, and of course you need a knife to do it, and usually they use a machete type knife to split the bamboo open so you could access the rice. Well, my fiance didn't have a machete, and the person who sold her the bamboo rice didn't open it for her, so she asked me to open it, and all I had was this. I opened the blade up, put it on top of the bamboo, and I used a utensil to baton the bamboo, split it open, and I must say it did a very good job, and it did not damage the pocket knife. I've used this to open letters and cut open. And last 30 days, of course, most of the time I use this to open potato chip bags, snack bags, packages of hot dogs and things like that. Cookout yesterday that I went to, my brother-in-law had a huge bag of Costco hot dogs that I opened for him. Last 30 days, I used this Rovivon flashlight on numerous occasions to light my way from my car into the house. When I park in the driveway, it's pretty dark at night, and getting out of the car and walking into the garage, I use this because the garage door opens. When it opens, for some reason the light doesn't turn on. The light's broken. The light has to be turned on from inside the house, so it stays dark until I get into the inside of the garage to the door where I open it, and then I turn on the light. So it stays dark all the way up until I get to the door. So I use this flashlight to navigate from my car into the house almost daily. And of course I use this when I go to check my mailbox at night and to look inside the mailbox, make sure I got all the mail out. I have used this also at the festival at night when it gets dark. I had to use it to walk through a dark field to get to the bathrooms. Comes in handy on a daily basis. Also, the new titanium keychain. I'm really liking it. I have used the bottle opener one time when I did not feel like going into my pocket and getting the bottle opener out of here. I just took the keychain off of my belt loop and opened the bottle of beer for somebody, and I did that one time. The Altoid, the mini Altoid tin contains my eyeglass wipe. Use this all the time to clean off of my, wipe off my eyeglasses. Very handy. And of course I keep it in my Altoid tin, the mini one, so I could keep it in my pocket without it making the cloth dirty. Keep it clean, you know? This EcoDrive Citizen watch is, in my opinion, the best watch out there in the market for its money. This watch here is going on nearly 20 years. Not one single time that I had to repair it or replace the battery. This is a solar powered battery watch, so it never needs rewinding. It never needs you never need to change the battery or nothing. You just keep it in the light in the room, ambient light or sunlight or whatever, all kinds of light, just charges this battery up and keeps the watch working continuously. So for almost 20 years, trouble-free, maintenance-free, very accurate timepiece. Recently, I purchased a belt water bottle clip, and I've worn this on one hike, and I've worn this at the festival where I've carried a bottle of water all day long on it, and I'll tell you what, I love it. So anytime I can leave the house, I put this on my belt. When I leave the house for any reason, I put this on my belt just in case I come across a bottle of water and I need to just carry it around with me. And of course the wallet, and that's it. All right, so these are the items that I carry in my pocket or on my persons all the time. It's not items that I keep in my EDC pouch or anything else. These are the items that I put in my pocket and put on my persons before I leave the house for any reason. Okay, I could be going to the neighborhood store to purchase a pack of cigarette, or just to go out to Walmart to go grocery shopping or whatever. These are the items that are on me 99.9% of the time. I am going to make a EDC report video on my EDC pouch in the next video, so look out for that video, folks. But anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.